Hi guys. So today we're working through our Finish It Friday fleece. We have the Jacob fleece. It's washed and dried. And you can see it's fluffy, multicolored, kind of pretty. So we're going to try some different preps with it and spin those up. I will probably do some white, some brown, some blended, some maybe attempt to do like a humbug style roving. We'll see what happens when we get into it, but we will try several preps and see how that goes. So let's get into it. I have my tools here, my fleece here, and we're ready to rock and roll. I think to start, we're going to work with our hand cards. So now we have clean hand cards. I need some coffee. Oh yeah, need the coffee. So let's start with some of the white section here. You can see that we still have some tips and we have some yellowing at the bottoms. I don't think it's lanolin because we used a lot of soap and it doesn't feel like lanolin. So we're going to take a little bit here. Yeah, I think it's just literally little fibery bits on the bottom. So all the yellow is breaking off. Interesting. All right, we'll plop that on. And grab a little more. This is, however, a very clean fleece. There is no veggie matter in this at all. It's beautiful as far as that goes. All right, we're just going to start with just a little bit. I'm just going to card it. And we're going to make a little row leg. Oops. Oh yeah, get stuck. Good job. All right. Now, in reading about the Jacob, apparently the colors can have different hands, consistencies, whatever. So we will do some brown as well. I'll grab a little batch of brown. And again, has little tips on it. The brown feels a little bit softer than the white, actually. I don't know if that's real or just in my head, but we're going to just put some brown on here. I'm going to make some more legs with the brown. Well, that didn't work out, so let's try that again. Okay. Fluff on there. Okay, so It comes up way shorter than the white, that's for sure. It might just be that it's more springy. So as I'm combing it, it's springing back and becoming much shorter. All right, so there's our brown roll egg and our white roll egg. Yeah, the brown definitely feels softer. All right, we want to do some spinning from the locks. So we're going to do just open up a couple. Just grab them by the tips. 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 And we're just going to open them up on the hand cards. I think this is going to behave more like a down fleece, so I don't know that spinning from locks is going to be great, but we'll see. Pop that back in there. Get some more brown out here. The brown is very jumbled in this fleece, so finding locks is going to be tricky. That one worked a little better. Oh, look, I found some debris. Woo! This fleece has been so incredibly clean. All this debris on my pants is from cleaning my hand cards. There we go. So there's just a little bit of brown to spin from locks. And we'll get a little bit of white to spin from locks. The white is definitely more in lock form than the brown. Put one of those aside. So we're just opening up the locks. Yeah, see that yellow part is breaking off. I don't know that would be, what do they call that? Canary stain? Something like that. But it is coming off, so it's not going to leave neps or noils in this. Okay, so there we have a couple of locks of brown, a couple of white. Now, I'm going to bust out the combs. I'm going to do a little bit of combing. Let's do a blend. We're going to grab some brown. Lash that on. Okay, I'm not worried about a full worsted here because the locks are all jumbled, so I'm just gonna pop them on. Oh, this is really short too. May not be able to comb it with this. I may have to go in search of my mini combs. And then grab a little bit of white. Lash some of that on. Now I'm just blending the two colors here. I just want to see what they're going to look like if we try blending them. Just for fun. Because you know, why not? Ow! Stab myself on the combs. Typical me. It's not a processing day until I've wounded myself. All right. Now I'm just going to loosen up the back because I did lash that on fairly firmly. And then I'm going to just grab the tips and comb it out. Now again, when I'm combing towards myself, I'm not pushing like this, okay? So I'm not going to stab myself in the belly. I literally grab the tips and then pull away. So I might stab myself in the arm, but I'm not going to stab myself in the guts. All right, there's our first pass. Now we're going to start blending it a bit more with our second pass. And because I'm combing for blending, not combing for like getting the debris out or opening up the fleece, I'll probably do a couple more passes just to get it more homogeneous blend. Maybe not, because this is blending up lovely. See how it's blending up? All right. I'm gonna do some more. We'll do one more pass back and forth. This is just a small amount because I just wanted to see how the color would look when it's blended, because I'm curious. And yeah, we're almost fully blended. There's just one little brown patch left there, but we'll probably get that here. See, this is why I can't comb. I start combing and then I just fall into the zone where I'm just admiring the fleece as I'm combing it, and I just go to the Zen space where I love looking at it, and I go slow because I'm enjoying it. So production wise, it's not terribly productive, but it is so enjoyable. All right, there's our blend. You can see it's pretty much fully blended. So we'll just pull that off the comb. Now this is definitely not a soft fleece. This would be on the high end of medium, possibly the low end of coarse. So it's probably going to be a pretty hard wearing fleece, but hand-wise it's not terribly soft. Okay, so there's what a blended color looks like. It's definitely keeping the brown tones. I'd wondered if it might lean more towards the gray, but nope, it's definitely keeping brown. So what I want to do here is, rather than blend it too much, I want to try to keep my colors separate. So I'm going to lash the brown on this side of the comb. And then, I don't know if this is going to work. I've never tried it. But in my head, it should work. There will be some blending in the middle, I believe. But I think we should be able to keep them somewhat separate. If not, we could use our hackle to do that. Oh, hold on. So we're going to open up our brown, and then we're going to move our comb and open up our white. Brown, white. Nope, except I got a chunk of white on this side. Okay, move that over. Yeah, I think I may need my hackle for this portion, but we're going to try. So we'll just comb the white on this side. I'm going to comb the brown on this side. And then go back to this side for the white. Any blends kind of go in the middle. All right. Let's see what happens when we pull it off. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not great either. So definitely want to do that on the hackle. So on the hackle, you would do like brown and then a layer of white, and then you would just diz straight across the middle. So you'd be getting brown and white in the pull. I might put the rest of this on the hackle. No, maybe I'll do half on the hackle and I'll do half in Rolex. All right, despite all the delays with my various physical ailments, this is going to be our finish of Friday. This is my Jacob fleece, all spun up. This one I spun from Rolags and spun it woolen. I did some white, and then I did some blended. So we're going to throw that in a coral reef aqua bath. And this is what I spun worsted. Got some lovely blends in there. And that one we're going to throw into some sky blue. And we're going to see what kind of colors we get on this brown. Just waiting for my water to heat and we will get to it. All right, our water is boiled. So we'll get some in there. And I already added citric acid to these cups. Just give it a bit of a stir. And I had some dye baths made up, so that's just what I used for these. And look at how smart I got. I put a towel down on my counter, so I'm not dyeing it. Yeah, finally, right? Okay, let's get this one in here. And we'll get this one in here. This one probably going to need a little more water. Ooh, look at how pretty that white took up the dye. Okay. Gonna add a bit more water to this one. We'll add a little more to this one too. What the heck? All right. Now I did put a lot of dye in these because they are browns, and if you want to over dye brown, you generally need to use quite a bit of dye. I don't know if it's even going to show up at all on the brown on this one, but we shall see. I'm going to add just a little bit more citric acid. Just push that down. And I'm going to let those sit and absorb the dye and cool down, and we'll be back to see what we have in a bit. All right, all done. Just got to wait for them to dry, but you can see that coral reef aqua mixed with the brown. I think it's really pretty. I can't see any green cast to the brown. It is very dark brown though, so I don't know that it'll take any color. Maybe when it's dry. And then here's the blue. Now the blue definitely is cast onto the brown. So I don't know why I can see it on the blue but not on the teal. But anyways, there's the sky blue. And the Jacob takes the dye like it's a matte finish to it. So while it's a nice jewel tone, it does have a matte finish. It doesn't have that shine like you get with the BFL. And it's very, very pretty. So that's my Jacob, all spun up, half on my wheel, half on my electric wheel. But hey, what is it, 4 weeks later, I finally got her done. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Hopefully I can now get back to work doing things. I'll be careful so I'm not laid up again for weeks. But working with this Jacob was really fun, and it's actually fairly soft. I think this could probably be next to the skin wear. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.